Good afternoon. Chaplain Leslie here, bringing you our Thursday Thoughts to Grow On time. A couple of announcements before we begin. I have gotten in my office some of the Upper Room copies, and so if you enjoy the Upper Room and don't have a copy but would like one, please feel free to reach out to me and let me know. I have several of the May-June issues still available. Several of them are in the chapel. I have some in the auditorium. They are the smaller sized regular print. And then I also have the new one, which is July and August, also in the regular size, which is nice to put in your pocketbook or a back pocket perhaps and carry with you. And then I also have the bigger size, and this is the enlarged print. And so all of these I have available, and if you would like a copy, you can reach out to me either as you see me out and about, or feel free to call me on my office cell phone, which is 407-982-5803, or you can call me or reach out via email. That also will work, and it's lmccarrick@wservices.org. If you have a question about that, any of the staff can help you with that. But calling is always a good one as well. So I look forward to seeing some of you this week as you come and take an Upper Room. I love it when people come and use those. It's a great resource that we offer folks here. And so those new ones, the June and July, or July and August, are in. The other thing to lift up to you this afternoon is just a reminder. I guess a reminder is a good way to put it, that a word of encouragement to continue to reach out to one another in these days. They're challenging days, I know, and it's not easy. I've heard people say that they're getting bored and frustrated, and I recognize that, and I'm trying to be a bright spot in people's day as I come and visit, but I'm only one person for a short time, and there's a lot of hours in the day. And so I encourage each of you to continue as you have been. I hear wonderful stories of people reaching out to each other, and that's great, and I strongly encourage you all to continue to do that. Keep uplifting one another. We are making our way here at Westminster, and people are doing wonderful things for one another and exercising that love and compassion that God calls each of us to. And so a question for you as we begin with my meditation this afternoon, and that is, have you ever been thirsty? I have my little Zephyrhills water bottle with me this afternoon. I love this size because I can put it in my purse, and whenever I might get a little thirsty, it's right there, and it's easy to refill as well. And I recycle it when I'm done with it, which also helps a little bit. But have you ever been thirsty? I mean, like you crawl on your hands and knees or do cartwheels in order to get water. That kind of deep, desperate thirst. I can think of only one time in my life when I was that thirsty, where I would have done or said just about anything in order to get water. In 2009, my husband and I traveled with a group from my seminary to the Middle East. During the trip, I was hiking on Mount Sinai. Yes, that Mount Sinai. And the sun was blazing that morning. Coming from Florida, you would think that I would know better than to go out on a hot day with no water. But I was so excited to be where I was, I just didn't think. When the hike was over, I practically knocked down two of my fellow students and begged them for some water. They kindly offered me their water bottle, and I didn't care one bit that they had been drinking on it or out of it before I was. I was so thirsty, it didn't matter to me. I could think of nothing in those moments except to get some water inside my body. And I will tell you, nothing has ever tasted so good as that cool water. sliding down my parched throat on that day. Most of the time, we might not give water much thought because it's readily available. We need not go any further than the kitchen sink or the refrigerator and find bottled water inside. We have fountains. We even have water hoses. How many of you drank from water hoses when you were kids? These days, those insulated mugs are everywhere, all shapes, colors, and sizes. We can literally have with us water every moment of every day. And that's good because we need water, don't we? Physically, that is. If we don't have the appropriate amount of water within us, we will perish, won't we? As life-giving as water is, I'm also reminded of another kind of water. Christ offers us water, doesn't he? Living water. Without it, we cannot flourish spiritually. When we offer a drink of cold water to one who belongs to Christ, we are not only satisfying a physical thirst, but I think a spiritual thirst as well, whether that spiritual thirst be recognized by that person or not. We know how we feel when we offer that water. We aren't merely giving something cool and refreshing to drink. We are offering love, compassion, care. We are showing that that person before us matters. We are reaching out to that individual. And that simple act in which we are engaging shows that we really see that person, that we have to take a moment and stop and pay attention to the needs of those in the world around us. And so something for each of us to think about in this week, the next time you take a drink of water, or better yet, to take that water that you have and offer it to another person. May your day continue to be blessed in this season of continued challenges. Persevere, I pray, each of us. And so until next time, peace.